Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. There's one app on the iPhone, or now the Android devices, that everybody seems to have installed, and that is Bump. No, it's not really a t-shirt, but the application was created by this guy and two other guys. Well, this guy's wearing his own t-shirt for Bump, and we are going to Bump. So first of all, before I get too far into it, could you explain what Bump is for the uninitiated?
Sure, yeah. Bump is a very easy way to connect with people. So if you load up the app, which is free for iPhone and Android, you can share contact information, send a photo, become friends on Facebook just by bumping your phones together.
And so it was you, Jake, and two other people?
Yeah, David and Andy. We've been working on this since September 2008.
But now you're funded and you've got employees.
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. So we started working on it back in September of 2008. Finally got released on the App Store at the end of March of 2009, and didn't know if anyone would care, if anyone would use it. So we released this app, and it took off. Lots of people downloaded it. We got a lot of great feedback, and we've just been scrambling to kind of build out new features and improve, the service as much as possible since then.
Okay, so let's go ahead and Bump. I'm gonna open up my Bump application if it's not already open.
Now everyone knows your lock code.
I've already showed them my unlock code. They know it's 8888. It's just easy to key in. Okay, so I've got the app loaded up. I've connected to Facebook. So when we actually bump, either phones or just kind of shake at the same time. There we go. Now what's happening right now? What's the process? Oh, hey, that was easy.
So we're collecting information about the bump. Where it happened, when it happened. Using all the sensors on the phone, we send that up to our server, and it looks at all the bumps that are happening in the world and matches up the two people we think felt the same bump. If both people confirm, then their information is exchanged.
And it seems that we've now exchanged data, and our connection has been posted to Facebook as well.
Yeah, and I think, and we're friends on Facebook now, I think.
Oh boy. I'm sorry about that, really, for everything you're about to see on my Facebook feed.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll manage.
So what's the future of Bump?
We're just trying to expand it to make it, our broad vision is just to make it easier to connect in any type of situation. So we're building out more features in our own app to make it easier to connect with people. We're also licensing the technology to a lot of people. So about a month ago, we opened up access to the library that powers Bump. We've already had 500 developers sign up to use it. There's 3 apps on the App Store that are using it: Checkout, CloudNote, and Assemble. And in the next couple weeks, you'll see some really, really cool apps we're really excited about that let you bump really great stuff.
Bumping great stuff. Well, I can tell you that out of all the apps available on the iPhone, this is pretty much the only one you can almost guarantee that the other person has, because it's kind of the de facto way of exchanging contact information.
We've had really, really rapid growth. So we released at the end of March. Now it's the beginning of March, so in almost a year, we now have over 10 million downloads.
Not a surprise. I mean, really, it's that simple to do. I mean, that was probably, we bumped pretty quickly there. I mean, sometimes it takes a while to get the bump to sync, but it does work pretty well. The fact that you can do it cross-platform makes it even more of a part of the genius of Bump.
It's one of the things we think differentiates it. So there's other ways to connect 2 phones, but we wanted to make something that was super quick and easy, and that would work with any phone.
Yeah.
And as far as we've seen, Bump is the best way to do that.
When are you going to improve the UI? Because it's still a little...
So we're currently in a big redesign. We just released version 1.3 a couple weeks ago that tweaks the UI and makes it a lot better, but still far from what we want it to be. So in the next 2 or 3 months, you'll see a from scratch release, version 2.0, that redoes the UI from scratch, and we think will make it a lot more easy to use, a lot more useful.
Will there be a bump for the iPad, all 2 of us who own one?
That's really funny. So we assume that Bump works on the iPad. We're still trying to figure out what's the right interaction. One of our users suggested that you should hold it and body check someone to exchange information. So we're still working out the kinks of what the interaction should be. But if you actually look at the App Store and you look at the screenshots of the iPad, they have Bump installed, in the screenshots. So that was really exciting for us when we saw Bump on the iPad in the store.
That's pretty dang impressive.
Yeah.
So have you heard of any strange accidents from people bumping?
There's been a lot of them. We, sometimes people bump a little too aggressively. We say hold phones and gently bump your hands together, but some people get pretty aggressive. And this one woman wrote in that the first time she bumped, the guy knocked the phone out of her hand. It flew through the air, landed in salsa, and her phone drowned.
Oh, so apparently bump is not salsa proof.
It's not salsa proof.
It would be the phone, I guess.
You need to make sure that you're bumping with a good partner that is going to be gentle with you.
Or wear a condom before you bump.
Or that.
Yes. All right, thanks, Jake.
Thanks a lot.